Black journalist group sparks backlash for inviting Trump to its convention. Invited, yeah, they should, because them motherfuckers look like. Could someone tell me why do we have a turtle and a toad in the government? Because that damn McConnell is a goddamn toad. Not a toad, a turtle. I ain't never seen anybody look like a turtle that much. I feel like his wife is into bestiality because you can't get that close any further, and you doing a turtle. They always do the opposite of what they say. Yeah, they do. None of them represent our community. They're always freaking lying. And the first thing they do is pander as soon as I'm telling you, we just need to cull. We need to cull these motherfuckers twice. Every 2 years we cull. We just wear them out. Beat the shit out of the corrupt ones. Every year we get, like, they need a quota of good things that they did for the people without putting money in their pockets. And if not, we tie their asses up and whoop the shit out of them. God, he's so ugly. He's ugly.
You're the ugly motherfucker.
Damn. I mean, seriously, he has absolutely no lips. How does that work? Ugh. Yuck. 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 Then at a journalist convention, oh, Lord, girl. So this was reported yesterday. The National Association of Black Journalists is facing backlash after announcing Monday that Donald Trump would take part in a Q&A at the organization's annual convention. Now, word on the street is they trying to set his ass up and jump him, but I don't know. I wouldn't invite him to shit. I'd invite him to some shit, like a piece of shit, but I would never invite him to anything else. Anyways, where was I? The group announced the session on late Monday, with the convention set to kick off Wednesday in Chicago. The former president will discuss issues facing the Black community through questions from ABC News, Fox News, and SEMA for journalists. What the fuck is a SEMA for journalists? I don't know what to tell you. I'm saying some people say it's a setup to jump him with real serious questions he's not expecting, but I don't know. Let me see. The announcement quickly prompted backlash from Black journalists who said they were disgusted and expressed concerns over Trump's rhetoric toward Black people. Did y'all not forget I said he's trying to bring back frisk and seize and frisk? That shit. Stop and frisk. Whatever the fuck. Oh, they just get to stop you and frisk you. It's basically apartheid. Organizers with Black Voters Matter Fund, a voting rights advocacy group founded in 2016 amid Trump's ascent, called the decision unacceptable in a post on Twitter on Tuesday. Okay, girl. It's a slap in the face to everyone, Black journalists and the communities we serve, the post read. Meanwhile, Washington Post columnist and Global Opinions editor Karen Atia said Tuesday on Twitter that she was stepping down from her position as co-chair of the convention. While my decision was influenced by a variety of factors, I was not involved or consulted with in any way with the decision to platform Trump in such a format, she added in a follow-up post. I feel like there's a mole in the group. That's what I feel. He was stupid enough to talk about. I still don't know what a black job is, because shit, nobody told me about that in school. I probably would have looked for one. Atia did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Leaders in the organization defended the decision to host the Republican presidential nominee. NABJ President Ken Lemon said on a social media that the organization invites the presidential nominees from both major parties every election year, and added that it had invited presumptive Democratic nominee Kamala Harris. Harris cited logistical reasons, including attending a funeral for Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, Democrat of Texas, and choosing a running mate for why she would not be able to attend the convention this year, according to a source familiar with her plans. The source added that NABJ turned down Harris's offer of a virtual discussion or holding one later. Aren't you full of yourselves, assholes? Both George W. Bush and John Kerry spoke at the NABJ's 2004 convention, and Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton did so in 2007, according to The Hill. Clinton returned for a speech and news conference in 2016. Joe Biden spoke at the virtual conference held in 2020. Why can't you let her do that? Y'all just being, uptight. Trump did not. Tia Mitchell, co-chair of the convention, echoed Lemon's explanation and said she had helped organize the Q&A to create opportunities for journalists to interview the potential next president. He better not be, or we all screwed. Critics said these explanations did not adequately address concerns from the journalists and other NABJ members who balked at giving Trump such a high-profile platform at the convention, given his history in their view of emboldening white supremacist, racist rhetoric, and laying the groundwork for education restriction, anti-DEI legislation, and anti-LGBTQ laws. Veteran White House correspondent April Ryan, the 2017 NABJ, they don't have like a word for this, Journalist of the Year, wrote in a post Tuesday on Twitter what she objected to Trump's appearance in Chicago. To have a presumed orchestrated session with the former president is an affront to what this organization stands for and a slap in the face to Black women journalists, NABJ Journalist of the Year, who had to protect themselves from the wrath of the Republican presidential nominee, who is promoting an authoritarian agenda that plans to destroy this nation and her democracy with his Project 2025. How many times I got to tell y'all? The Chicago Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression, a justice organization, announced in an Instagram post that it would protest Trump's Chicago visit in a rally on Wednesday. Didn't he say something shitty about Chicago at one point? Could have sworn he said something shitty about him. The event comes as Trump works to ramp up a support among Black voters, and polls suggest younger Black voters are showing more openness to him as a candidate. That's because people are indoctrinating them into a fucked up mindset where they think criminals are cool. As a result, some critics suggested Trump only accepted NABJ's invitation to lure Black voters. Trump's team also announced the event on his website, writing that Trump has accomplished more for Black Americans than any other president in recent history. You gonna get hit with lightning, you keep lying like that, you damn bastard. You gonna get hit with lightning and you gonna turn even more orange. You gonna be crispy orange, you nasty bastard. Oh, I can't stand him. Lord have mercy. I can't stand him. But anyways, let's look at some good news for once. Thank God.
Emotional content.
So Jasmine Moore, the first U.S. woman to qualify for a triple and long jump, is ready for her Olympic moment. Now, this was reported today, basically. You got to be careful how you insult people. I'm telling you. He looks like a fat, he looks like a over rotisseried, oversaturated, but very unflavored turd of a chicken. Nasty bastard. Here's this beautiful woman, though. She has one. God, I wish I had arms like hers. Saint Denis, France. Jasmine Moore always loved jumping. For a while, when she was a kid, she thought all these leaps with a mixed twirl mixed in might make her part of America's team as a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. Yeah, he is. Oh, God. Yeah, you know what, Mama G? I was going to eat. I don't want to eat no more. Thank you very much. Ugh. Now all I can see is a rotten squash running around with a damn orange toupee and those lips. Ugh. How's this for a backup plan? She's on the American team in Paris. I wish I had to jump more. Shit, I didn't know I could be on the American Olympic team if I just kept jumping. I got told to stop jumping on the furniture. Shit, I was cut off in my prime. The 23-year-old seven-time NCAA champion parlayed all the leaping ability into not one, but two chances for an Olympic gold medal. Moore is the first U.S. woman to make the games in both the triple jump and the long jump. Moore, who grew up in Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas and got used to flying high as a kid in gymnastics and competitive cheerleading, eventually gave all the up to pursue a life in track and field. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. Cheerleading is another big ass thing that happened in the South, but I wasn't a cheerleader in the South. I was a cheerleader in the North, and as a cheerleader in the North, we were ghetto as hell. We didn't even have a goddamn skirt. We had a jogging shirt and a jogging pants, and we didn't even do the flips and stuff. We did steps. We did steps. We was ghetto, and that's all there was to it. And we was hot. Shit, we was hot. We and we didn't even have any. It was us, the basketball team. That was it. Us and the basketball team, and the parents to pick up the kids. There was no fucking bleacher. Shit, we missed out on a lot of stuff. I wouldn't put it past it, girl. Okay, so she says, for me, the goal was always free college, getting a scholarship, she said. She did it just that, first at Georgia, then at Florida, and now she's in Paris with a jam-packed schedule and maybe a little extra room in her suitcase for souvenirs and anything else she might take away from these Olympics of a gold, silver, or bronze variety. I think making the long jump was kind of a personal goal, and I think a triple jump was kind of expected, Moore said. She's confident. And it's like proving to myself that I can do anything I put my mind to. If I have a goal, I can set it. If you want to do something, it is attainable. Moore's personal best, 15.12 meters in triple jump, 7.03 meters in long jump, are both centimeters over the magic numbers of 15 and 7 for the two events. I don't understand what any of that shit means. It makes her a contender in either if she has a good day. Okay, that's what it means. Another goal is to be competing in the long jump final on August 8th, the same evening as the gold medal race in the men's 200 meters. That's a race her boyfriend, reigning African three-time NCAA champion, Joseph, he has a very long last name, not going to say it, a Minnesota native, who competes for Liberia, hopes to be part of. I'm telling you, I'm not saying these goddamn names like this no more. Y'all not gonna fuck with me. That's another three-consonant one. They met 3 years ago at Tokyo Games and have been together since. Good. Black love. Love it. Both ran for Florida, and now they live and train in Gainesville. You sure you want to live there? I am not a fan of Florida. Just saying. What inspires me about her, this dude said, because I'm not saying that damn last name, was everything. It's how meticulous she is about how she trains, what she eats, her attention to detail about everything she does. I hope y'all get along because you sound creepy as hell. Moore makes it sound like it's no big deal to move from one event back to the other, and in fact, the back and forth isn't all that uncommon in the high school and college ranks. One person she looks up to is Katura Orji, did both through college before focusing this year on triple jump, where she did compete this week in her third Olympics. Moore, meanwhile, is spending all her time right now training for more technical triple jumps, where the timing of the hop, skip, and takeoff phases is the key to success. Qualification starts Saturday. I feel like triple jump is my baby, she said. I feel like I have a lot of potential in the event when it's going well. I enjoy it a little more, but long jump is a lot of fun. You just get to fly in the air. You don't have to worry about this phase, that phase. Well, congratulations, ma'am, and I hope you do great. We're going to keep this up. We got a lot of, we actually have some good news, back-to-back good news, which is not normal when I do the news, it seems. So let's get it.
Emotional content.
So Simone Biles and Team USA redemption by powering to the Olympic gold in women's gymnastics. I ain't even gonna lie, we're not doing that good, y'all. America is really like 5. We're almost at the bottom. We're not the bottom. And why did they catch that picture of her? She's adorable, but why did they pick that picture of her? Anyways, the redemption tour ended in a familiar spot for Simone Biles atop the Olympic podium again. The American gymnast star and her singular brilliance powered a dominant U.S. women's team in the finals inside a raucous Bercy Arena on Tuesday night. I was asleep. With Biles at her show-stopping best, the Americans' total of 171.296 was well clear of Italy and Brazil, and the exclamation point of a year-long run in which Biles has cemented her legacy as the greatest ever in her spot, and among the best in the history of Olympics. Hell yeah. The outcome, the Americans on top with the rest of the world looking up, was not in doubt from the moment Jordan Childs began the night by drilling her Taylor Swift. Where did it go? Oh man, it made me jump. Jordan Childs began the night by drilling her double twisting Yurchnikov vault. By the time Biles left calf that bothered her during qualifying, heavily tapered, tapped, stepped onto the floor for the taped. Stepped onto the floor for the final event, a floor exercise set to the music Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Her fifth Olympic medal was well in hand. The 27-year-old provided the exclamation point anyway, sealing the Americans' third gold in the last 4 trips to the games. The Americans remain peerless, if not flawless. This is with gymnastics, after all. Yeah, because we aren't doing the best. China's actually got more golds than we do. And over 2 hours in front of a crowd that included everyone from tennis great Serena Williams and actor Natalie Portman to Biles' husband, Chicago Bears safety Jonathan Owens, Biles left little doubt about anything. Her status as the sport's greatest of all time, her ability to move past the twisties that derailed her in Tokyo, her spot in the pantheon of the U.S. Olympic movement. And yet they keep telling us that we are not worthy. 3 years after removing herself from the same competition to protect herself, which is a very strong woman to do that, a decision that changed the conversation around mental health in sports, Biles pushed her medal total in major competition to a staggering 38 and counting. Yet her return to the games wasn't so much about winning. It was about a joy she had lost somewhere along the way. You should never lose yourself when you're doing something you like. It seems to have returned. She leaned into the crowd that roared at every flip, every leap, and yes, every twist. With her husband on break from NFL training camp, waving an American flag while sitting next to her parents, Biles did what she has done so well for so long, save for a couple difficult days in Japan during a pandemic. She dominated. Well, yet the 27-year-old hardly did it alone. Lee and Childs were on the team that earned silver in Tokyo with Biles watching from the sideline. They navigated a series of setbacks, both physical and personal, to return to this moment and get the gold they badly wanted. And they were on the biggest stage. Childs doing all 4 rotations right next to her good friend Biles while doubling as the U.S. hype woman. Lee mixing her elegance with grit while dazzling on beam and uneven bars. I'd never be able to do any of those. Her best 2 events. Carrie won the floor exercise in Tokyo, but did it with an asterisk of sorts. She earned her way in through a nominative process the sport's governing body was since abandoned. She was with Team USA in Tokyo, but not actually part of the official 4-woman squad. She vowed to write a different ending this time, and the Ching vault she did on the first rotation scored her 14.800 second only to Biles. Don't understand any of that. To give the U.S. a commanding lead before Biles even saluted the judges. The only real drama centered on who would finish next to the Americans on the medal stand. Well, at least we got some goals. That's all I got to say. But we on a roll, because don't think that that's the only good news. I told y'all about Lauren Scruggs, one of the first Black women, or probably the only Black woman to work in fencing. Well, guess what? She back. She got some more good news.
Emotional content.
Lauren Scruggs' family is just so excited after fencer makes history at the Olympics. We making history like woo. This was reported on the 30th, so that was yesterday. There's a picture of her with her medal. Love her hair. It's not every day you make Olympic history, and Lauren Scruggs' family is reveling in the moment. On July 28th, during the women's fencing individual foil, Scruggs became the first Black American woman to win a medal in the Olympic category, claiming silver. Next year, maybe it'll be gold. I hope it's gold. It's just unbelievable, Scruggs told TV.com. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. But it looks like we got a whole bunch of talents this year. Seeing my family in the stands and being able to fence in front of all those people in Paris in that great building was just insane to me. Just to have the medal over me and feel the weight was heavy was unbelievable. Following her historic win, the 21-year-old fencer says her family is thrilled for her. Where are we going? Okay, there we go. They are super, super happy for me, she told People's Magazine. I think my family's a mess. They're just so excited. My mom cries every 5 seconds, my grandma too. However, for Scruggs, fencing is a family affair. According to the Olympic medalist, her brother Nolan influenced her to pick up the blade, and he and the rest of her family made sure she felt their support throughout her journey in Paris. So good job to her. Yeah, that was a short story, real talk. The whole family's doing it. It's big, and I salute her.